Hey, I'm Jenny Pitts, and welcome to my podcast, Set Your Mind. This podcast is entirely focused on you having a mindset that wins, a mindset that overcomes barriers and things in life that will get you down. Sometimes we need miracles. Sometimes we need to know that there is such possibilities in the face of impossibilities. So at Set Your Mind podcast, we're going to talk about stories. We're going to talk about truths and revelation, ways that we can overcome obstacles in our lives. And I'm going to interview some really cool people that have done some incredible things that are kind of impossible. Because honestly, the impossible is possible on Set Your Mind podcast. Jenny Pitts, and I look forward to journeying down this path with you. What if there truly are no limitations? What if miracles are possible? How do we live in that arena? Only when you set your mind. Okay, guys, this is my first podcast, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much for coming to my podcast. And I want to talk to you about some stories that have really been circling in my mind. I knew whenever I start this thing, I've got to share these stories because we all have a lot of issues, and we need to all be in this together, ultimately. My story is one where I was pretty sure, the path that I was taking. I'm really tall, so I've always wanted to fit in. And I've always sort of looked at the landscape and thought, okay, what are people doing? And I'm just going to go that direction. So, I did my college, and then I went into the consulting arena. And then I moved out of, consulting corporate America. I have so many brands that I served, so many leaders that I engaged with in that arena. But what I really wanted was to help the world, make it a better place. So I found myself at a Habitat for Humanity affiliate. I love their mission. I was like, this is it. This is my gig. This is where I change the world, or at least the beginning of where I changed the world. I was 29 when this story happened. And I'm getting to utilize all of the skills that I got from business school. I'm getting to utilize all the skills I got from consulting. And I'm really helping this affiliate. And I'm driving there. I'm literally tangibly watching the success of the Restore, or I'm watching the success of a fundraising campaign that I did with them, or I'm rubbing shoulders with all these leaders, and this is where I belong. And I'm driving to work one day, and I'm literally thinking, I hate my job. But it wasn't the vortex of my mind. I wasn't thinking I hate what I'm doing, because really I was doing the things that I'm passionate about and the things that I'm gifted at. So it's what is that thought? What was that? What is that thing that was saying I hate my job? To be honest, I've dealt a lot with perfectionism and workaholism. I was in the DC arena, and we're all workaholics. So I did not even have a grid for not enjoying what I was doing, because I was working hard and seeing the fruit of my labor. So let's talk about that moment. Let's talk about that moment of I hate my job in the face of actual success and performance. I think so many people in our society, they build things and they'll see the success, and then they'll feel this emptiness. In fact, in America, we're one of the most mentally depressed nations, and we're also one of the most wealthy nations. So we have to talk. We have to talk about how we got to this place where we're building things and we're seeking things, but honestly, it might be the wrong thing. So it's really, what I want to talk about is what's spiritual. I think that what happened was that I ignored my spirit. And I ignored my spirit because I kind of fell victim to a culture that doesn't even believe in God and doesn't even believe in the spirit realm. So I just went with the flow, and I just went with what I thought was going to give me joy. And it did the exact opposite. So what did I do with that emotion? Honestly, nothing. I literally just made myself more busy, and we moved. I actually had some health issues. I got married. I mean, I did not have a bandwidth for that emotion. And so many of us don't have a bandwidth for that input that's saying, you need to change course. You need to change direction. Why? Why do we not actually change direction? I think it's because we don't understand how to engage with our spirit. We don't understand that there's a loving God. We have this perspective that if there's anything spiritual, it's either religious or it's woo-woo. And it's like, not so much, actually. If we look at Christ, I follow Jesus, that's love, Like, I can get down with that. So I want to talk a lot more about our spiritual reality as innovative leaders, as people who are living in a Western world, honestly, turning and getting out of the system and getting out of the normal program is one of the hardest things that you'll do. I highly recommend being in community, being with a mentor, doing it not alone. This is something that I've had to do throughout my journey in life as an entrepreneur, a business owner, a mother. I've really tapped into community and people. We're not meant to do this thing alone, and we have a hyper-individualist society. So that's one thing that we definitely want to nip in the bud. If you're alone or isolated, have the confidence. Be bold. Believe that you're worth knowing and you're worth engaging with, because you are here. Just the mere fact that you're here is value. You're valuable. And the reason I think turning is so hard is because it requires humility. It requires a space of saying, I didn't do it the right way, or I messed up, I'm on the wrong path. I mean, my path looked really good, like it was serving the poor and helping an organization that's amazing and does amazing things. But it was a violation of who I am and who I'm really created to be. The entire purpose of this podcast is to help you change your mindset. It is called Set Your Mind, because you can take practical actions to set your mind up to be in a space where there's joy and peace and patience and kindness, and your spirit man can actually be a place where you're going to find true life. The saddest part of this story is that I had the exact same thing happen to me literally 10, 15 years later. I mean, I had kids and everything, but I had the exact same thing happen to me. I was driving. I had a different path at this point. I had turned, but I had turned to the wrong path. It's like I keep turning, but I keep turning to the wrong path. And during that one is when I was with a huge billion-dollar logistics company. The VP of IT was happy with my work and telling me I'm talented. And that voice came back. I hate my job. I don't want that for you. I don't want you to have those emotions that are saying, change, abort, mission, get out, help. We're going to go down some paths. We're going to talk about some stories. We're going to talk with some people that have done the impossible, and we're going to start to change, to set our minds to believe for the impossible. I'm Jenny Pitts, and I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. Let's do this thing.